Good morning, boys and girls, and happy Monday. Happy Monday. This week, we're going to be learning about the seasons. Did you know that we have 4 seasons? Do you know what a season is? If you know, tell me right now. If you can name all 4 seasons, let's hear it. For those of you who don't know, we have 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. And each season is different. Everybody usually ends up having one favorite season. I wonder what your favorite season is. Maybe when you're learning about the seasons this week, you can learn all about different things, and then maybe you can decide. Maybe on our Zoom call, you can tell me what your favorite season is, or draw a picture of it and bring it to our Zoom call. So let's talk about winter. What things do we know happen in the winter? Well, if you said it might snow, you're right. In lots of areas, in different places, not so much in Austin, Texas, you're right, in the winter it snows. It's cold. We wear jackets. Sometimes we wear boots. Sometimes we have to put things on our hands and our head, like mittens, a scarf, a hat. The days get shorter. It gets darker earlier, and it's cold. A lot of times when you're watching TV, you might want to snuggle under a blanket in the winter. You might get tired a little bit earlier. Maybe you even eat different foods in the winter. You don't really go on picnics, right? And eat watermelon or corn on the cob and barbecues. What kind of food do you think you like to eat in the winter when it's cold? I know Mrs. Kelly likes to make soups when it's cold and it's winter, or maybe pot roasts, like big heavy meals with meat and potatoes and carrots and sauces. My family eats very different in the winter. Sometimes in the morning, my kids will have hot chocolate and marshmallows, but they don't want that in the summertime when it's super hot. So we dress differently, we eat differently. Do we do different things outside? Do you ride your bike and go skateboarding in the winter? Well, maybe sometimes, because in Austin our weather isn't that cold. But in other cold weather places in the winter, they might go skiing, they might build snowmen, they might go snowmobiling, they might stay inside and do a lot of activities because it's too cold to go out. So what else do we know about winter? Oh, if you said the trees, remember our lesson on trees? The trees get very bare in the winter. Everything falls off and they might just look like sticks. So even how we see things differently in the winter. Sometimes when we used to walk to the playground in the winter, do you remember Mrs. Kelly saying, we can see our breath? And we dress differently. For your uniform, you'd wear long pants. The girls would wear leggings or tights under their uniform because it was winter. Okay, so that's winter. The next season is spring, and that's the season we're in right now. Spring. What do you know about spring? What's been happening a lot lately? If you said rain, you're right. You might get out your rain boots in the spring, your umbrella in the springtime. Mrs. Kelly has a rain jacket, and I know you all have rain jackets, which are still left at school that we'll have to get back to you. But yes, we wear rain jackets. We might still wear long pants or leggings. Maybe not our big puff jackets, but we'll wear a jacket because it's not quite warm enough yet. In the spring, what do we see happening to the trees? If you said little buds are forming or little flowers, you're right. Spring is the time of new life, where new things are growing, and it's kind of lighting up our world. Sometimes in the winter, things can be kind of gloomy and white, and in the spring, we see bright green and pink starting, and we kind of feel alive. A lot of animals start having their babies in the springtime. Do you think you eat differently in the springtime? Maybe. Maybe you start to eat outside a little bit, or ask your mom for a popsicle even though it's not summer yet. Maybe mommy and daddy aren't making such heavy dinners or big soups. You're starting to grill because you're happy to be outside. So we do different things in the spring. I bet in the spring, a lot of people in Austin, Texas are outside. They're riding their bikes, they're going on walks because it's not so cold anymore and it's not super hot yet. So spring is a very exciting time. The next season after spring is, do you know what it is? It sounds like this. If you said summer, you are way ahead of the game. Yes, summertime happens when school's over. Our days are longer. It stays light much later. So your mom and dad probably even let you stay up a little bit later in the summertime. A lot of kids walk around without wearing shoes, or maybe you wear flip-flops because it's so hot in Austin, Texas in the summertime. A lot of us who have pools go swimming all the time, or maybe you visit your neighborhood pool and go swimming, run through the sprinklers. You dress in shorts and tank tops. We always have to put our sun cream on in the summer because the sun is very strong in Austin, Texas. What kind of food do you think you eat in the summer? What's that? Oh, if you said fruit, you're right. Lots of fresh fruit, strawberries and watermelon and pineapples. Those are all very delicious. I know at the Kelly family house in the summer, we grill a lot. Mr. Kelly grills a lot of fish and chicken and ribs on our grill. We have picnics, or we eat in our backyard. Like I said, my kids stay up a lot later. They go swimming. They do outside activities, usually in the morning, and then in the afternoon, they like to be home in the air conditioning because it's summer. If you think about the trees in the summertime, they're usually full and green and beautiful and very healthy looking. So that's summer. And then our last season, the fourth season, is called fall. Some people call it autumn or fall. Why do you think we call that season fall? Does anybody know? Well, think of the trees. What happens to the trees in the fall? If you said that the leaves start falling from the trees, you are right. The leaves change colors from the green tree. They change colors to brown and orange and red and yellow. And then they start to fall off, and you'll see them all over the ground. The weather starts to change too. What do you think is happening? It's getting colder. It's not cold like winter, but you might need a light jacket. You might start wearing long pants again. It gets a little bit colder. A lot of people like to watch football in the fall. Raise your hand if you like to watch football. Miss Kelly sure does. And maybe your foods change a little bit. Maybe you start making soup again. Or maybe you start thinking about things that are fresh, like zucchini or squash or pumpkin pies. Thanksgiving happens in the fall. I know my daughter always says, it just smells like fall. I think the leaves changing and the different foods we made kind of remind her that it's fall. So there you have it. Winter, spring, summer, fall. 4 seasons, all with different food and clothes and weather and smells. I wonder what your favorite is. I go between loving summer because I love to be the warm weather and I love to be outside, but I really love the fall too. So let's keep learning about the seasons this week. And again, if you can draw a picture and bring it to our Zoom of your favorite season, That would be great. I'd love to know what it is and why. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. It's Monday. We're going to have a great week of online learning. I love you. I miss you. And I hope you're well.